We're live. Hey, guys, how are you? We are live. I'm trying to find Unity Gain on the Mackie here. One Man Shop Tom, One Man Shop Tom. Had to skip this weekend. A lot of stuff going on in my town, a lot of stuff going on in the world, a lot of stuff going on with this president stuff. I don't talk politics, I don't talk religion. But, anywho, please, if you want to call in, do so. Here we go, let's do it. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh, see, I've been drinking the LaCroix. Never buy key lime LaCroix. It's not good. I wouldn't suggest it. Uh, so that's I sent her out for lime, and she brings back this key lime, and it's not gonna lie, it's not good. It is not good. Check one. Oh, look, I'm on. So wow, a lot of stuff going on in my town of Louisville, Kentucky, and wow, thoughts and prayers for everyone who needs thoughts and prayers, and just the president thing that's going on. And boy, I don't like politics. I don't like any of it. I tell my wife I'd rather watch the Weather Channel. At least there's a 50% chance of what they say will actually happen. Um, we are live here. A lot of stuff. I got some friends coming in, and hopefully we are live on Sober Talk. I'm not sure that we are. I go through this every single time, guys. Let me go to my phone. So, what have you guys been up to? What's the latest? Oh, I got a big announcement. Guess what day it is for me? It's day 66. Day 66. No alcohol. How about that? That's pretty freaking awesome if you're me, because man, I never could imagine going 66 days without drinking. It's just as unfathomable. I mean, that just wasn't an option. Someone tell me, I go, oh hell no, no, that's crazy, Todd. No, I don't go 66 days. That is just not me. That's not true. That is not an option. So I'm very happy to be here and to be with you guys. Let's see if we can share Sober Talk. Let's get some viewers on this thing. You want to? Let's get some viewers up. Oh, that's me. There I am. I got a. Hey, Victor Lawrence. All right. Way to cuss right out of the bed. Okay. Cat's here. Let's. Hey, when you have 66 days, you know what happens? You get to wear your hat backwards. That's right. And wear a really, really bright red shirt that's not conducive to 4K video, although I don't think we're 4K on here. So yeah, good on you, Armando. Armando's going to be coming live here shortly. Going to bring Armando on. Armando, however you say it. Been sober. Wow, you got about 13 years. Wow, Alma, that is great. You should email me. If you want to email me your phone number, I will call you. If you don't want to call into the hotline there. So anyway, let's start this thing. So, hey, welcome to Sober Talk. You're here because you want to get sober, you need to get sober, or perhaps you're just sober curious. Whatever the reason is, we're glad you're here. It does a lot for me. It helps me. So, here's a story about the show, man. I've quit drinking many a times. I joke and says I once went 18 years, the first 18 years, but I've gone 6 months. I've gone 2 years. This time I'm at day 66. Living alcohol free is one thing, but living alcohol free and happy is another thing. So I'm doing it differently this time. And man, I hope it works. I've tried every way. I've tried so many different ways. I'm doing the steps this time. Sometimes we discuss the health benefits, both physical and mental. Sometimes we share drunken war stories. Sometimes those stories are hilarious. Sometimes they're not so hilarious. They end up in divorce, prison, and unfortunately sometimes death. So how can you tell if you got a drinking problem? If it causes problems. So no matter why you're here, again, I'm glad you are. If you want to call in, you can call the number on the screen, 502-273-5676. That's 502-273-5676. So let me, should I share this on another page maybe just to get let's do that. Let's share it to another page real quick, and that way we can get some people here. I hate sharing my non comedy things programs um, on my on my comedy page. It's like I said, it's kind of like watching Breaking Bad, and all of a sudden an episode of Golden Girls comes up, and oh, whoa, what's this? So So yeah, so that's why I kind of don't like doing this. But until I get the word out, you know what? It's my page, it's my platform. I'm going to do it. So we got a couple people we're calling tonight, and Timmy Adcock. Timmy Adcock, I want to talk to you, man. I want to talk to Timmy Adcock. So let's get to it, man. Let's just get right to it. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? You know what? At day 66, I really don't think about drinking. I truly don't think about drinking at all, and it's been kind of stressful the past few days, and but alcohol was not something I went to drink. What I have gone to though is chocolate. Oh my gosh, I'm so fat. I've gained so much weight, and not good. And I know my sugar. I know that I'm probably type 2 diabetes already or something. Who knows? But yeah, who knows? Hey, real quick, I'm gonna turn the air off. Do not go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. It's right here, right here. You can probably hear me still. I'm gonna keep on talking. I'm gonna keep on talking. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am. Bam, 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 bam. So I've got to hire someone in Louisville, Kentucky, who knows a little bit about video, uh, and he would be a good person to have here at the comedy compound helping me run sober talk. So I let people know. I said, if you want to email, we're going to call a guy, and he has a good story, and from what I can tell, and we're going to call him up and see what his story is. We all help. This helps me more than it does you guys. It's just something I do, and if you're here, you want to be here. Again, a lot of you guys that don't have. I love it when I talk to someone and they don't have a drinking problem. I think that's so amazing. We can, guys, I had 4 beers on a weekend, no big deal. Like, geez, Louise, I can't imagine being able to have 4 or 5 beers. I have no reason, no purpose for 4 or 5 beers. I need 12. I just do not want. I do not want to have just a couple beers. So here we go. We are calling. He'll tell me the correct pronunciation of his name, but I think it's Armando. And 304 And God, why do I talk out loud? I'm such an idiot. Sorry, Armando. You probably get some coughs now. So stupid. See, here we go. Mm. It's brought to you by LaCroix. Key lime.
Hello?
Hey, turn your computer down there, buddy.
Alrighty.
Hey. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, it's pronounced Armando.
Armando. So, and you can you turn your computer down, or do I need to call you back, or is it on your phone, or what?
Is it echoing or something?
No, I can hear my show delayed. I think it's gone now. I think it's gone now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just did it. There
Yeah.
it is.
So you have a story. I forget what your email said, but it made me want to call you. So tell everybody at home what's going on. Tell us about your alcohol free journey or drug free journey, whatever it may be.
Okay, so my problem started when my father passed away, and he passed away on me and my wife's 7 year anniversary. And from then on, it was a downward spiral. That's when I began using. So
So you
yeah,
said you said begin using. So your weapon of choice was a drug, not necessarily booze.
it was a drug.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
chasing the dragon, and it was a downward spiral since then. And I think the last straw was when my wife was going to leave me, and that's when I had to get right. I had to get extreme, and I guess by the grace of God, I got a tip off about a contract in Afghanistan, and I applied for it, and I got it.
Now explain to me
So
what does that mean? Contract. What does that mean?
Government contracting is just a job in
Oh, I see.
Afghanistan.
I see. And that helped you get sober, or helped you get away from the chasing the
It
dragon, if you will?
Yes, it forced me to. Now you can't just go to Afghanistan. That wouldn't be proper. There's a whole screening process. Takes about 2 weeks. So in essence, I had to fly to another state and check into a hotel, and I had to withdraw. I had to kick this thing without anyone knowing.
Oh, geez. So
And it,
you went,
yeah,
you were at home detoxing, going through. You went to a hotel. You said.
yes, they provided the hotel, they provided the car rental, everything. I mean, it was great, but I knew what was coming, and it was about a week of just pure hell. It was awful.
So help me. My ADD kicked in, and I'm sorry. I'm really twitchy tonight, and I'm just kind of all over the place. But you went to a hotel not to detox. This is for work, or was it for detox?
Essentially both. I did it
Okay.
for work, um, but I just happened to be detoxing at the time. And the thing is that uh, the cold weather, it was a different kind of cold. I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Right.
And this was a different kind of cold that I wasn't used to. It was cold at the time, and that did not help with cold sweats. Cold sweats, I think, were the worst. But it was a reminder, a swift kick in the rear. Don't mess with that stuff again. You know?
And how long? And so your pops passed away in 2007. You got on the, I assume the white stuff is what they call chasing the dragon. Is that were you doing cocaine? Is that it?
No, this
Oh,
was heroin.
oh,
This
wow.
was a really bad one.
And do you smoke that or do you shoot that? Or is that a intravenous? Is that a
I I only smoked it. I was always afraid to mainline it, as they call it.
okay? Okay.
Um, so I never messed with that. It was just smoking. So from what I understand, I only got a touch of the withdrawal, which was still awful, but it was definitely there.
Wow, wow. And
So I
how long were you doing the heroin?
about 6 months, and
Wow. Can you imagine if you're doing it for 6 years?
no, I don't want to. I don't want to imagine that.
And so just
That is
your dad passing away first came the heroin, and then the wife wanting to leave you, right? Is that the case?
that's correct.
And what was it? The trauma from your dad passing away was so much. You're like, hey, I'm going to do heroin. I mean, I have a hard time understanding. I guess. But
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting for that to come up. Actually, it was just one day that a friend happened to be around, and he had it in his possession, and I felt reckless, angry, bitter. And the thing about that drug is, if you're compromised upstairs in any kind of way, whether it be emotional, if there's anything wrong with you physically, if you're in physical pain, it takes it all away. And the thing about that is, it's an illusion, because once it wears off, it's right there waiting for you again.
and it's probably so when you and it's probably hard to get that. So you start chasing that feeling, and from what I understand, it doesn't. After a while, it doesn't feel good if you do it. It feels like you're going to die if you don't do it. Is that
Your
accurate?
tolerance goes up. Correct. Your tolerance goes up, and because of the brain's neuroplasticity, it begins to restructure based on the drug. Pretty soon, you're just thinking about the drug, how to get the next one, how to get the next one, and it robs you of your soul, of your personality. Everything starts going out the window, and pretty soon it's just the drug that you're doing, or actually, should I say, the drug is doing you.
Is that an expensive habit?
Very.
Okay.
You'll choose that over food, any kind of other uh, little hobbies you have. Those go out the window. Um,
You know, with the
But like
money
I
with the
said,
money I'm saving from not drinking, I was drinking I guess a 12 pack a day. I thought that was expensive.
was it?
Yeah,
It accumulates. It really does.
so was it more? Were you spending more than $11 a day on heroin?
Oh yeah. It was more than that. It could be 60, anywhere from 60 to 100, and
Jeez.
that'll last a couple of days,
So about three
and
grand,
then
about 3 grand a month you're spending on heroin, and you do that for 6 months. So it's $18,000. You could have bought a Honda Civic. So
wow.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I never bothered to do the math, but that sounds about right.
yeah. If you're doing $100 a day or so, and it lasts you for a couple of days or whatever, uh, $100 a day that'd be $3,000. So okay, my math is no. This no one said there was gonna be math, Armando. This is great. So how did you? What are you doing? How long ago was that when you quit the heroin?
2012, and the only way I know how to beat it, there's two factors.
Okay.
One, you have to cut yourself completely off, which is what I did. I completely cut myself off, flew to another state, started the job, and I forced myself into a situation where I had no choice but to kick. And two, there's a drug out there called Suboxone. It's a sublingual film. That's your best.
It's a synthetic heroin, right? It's like a fake heroin that.
Um, it's a partial agonist. What it is, it's got two ingredients in it. One is buprenorphine, and that's what binds to the opioid receptor without activating the receptor. So in a sense, it tricks your brain into thinking that it's kind of getting what it wants. The other chemical is naloxone, and that's what blocks. In case you want to try any funny business while you're taking the drug, that's what blocks the effects of any other kind of opiate. If you decide to use it,
Right.
you won't feel anything because the drug is bound so tight to the receptor. Now, there's another treatment out there. I wouldn't recommend that though, and that's methadone. Basically, you're
Yeah.
trading one evil for another,
Right. And
and that's bad.
there was a I have my offices are back in a medical complex, and I'm like the weird dude. There's a chiropractor. There's a below me is a doctor, and there's an eye surgeon, and then there's a methadone clinic. And they end up moving to methadone clinic, and apparently a couple of the patients were when they went into some offices and with no shirt took their shirts off and said, "Give us your lap." To somebody said, "Give me your laptop," and then took their shirt off like that was a gun. But yeah, the methadone, and it's not cheap. They say it's so damn expensive for the methadone.
Yeah, and another thing. I mean, I've never been to one of those clinics, but from what I've heard, you're not treated very well neither. I mean, you're looked down on. Like you're less than human. You made a mistake. You're trying to fix it, and doctors have no mercy. Now, I can't say that 100% about every clinic, but that's what I've heard from the clinics back home.
So how are you? So are you happy now? That's my problem. I mean, you do something to give you that mind altering, anything mood enhancement, anything to just change, your mood. Are you happy now, or tell me how? If you're not happy, or if you are happy, how are you getting happy? Are you working the steps? Are you exercising? Are you still married? What's going on there?
Right. I've been married 15 years. July 29th was 15 years. Um, I do gym, and it should also be
Now,
noted
Jim,
that
who's
when I
he?
got,
Who's he? No, sorry.
oh, gotcha.
No, I haven't slept. We got a lot of stuff going on in my city right now, and I'm just up watching the news, worried sick about everything. Uh, so you do work out? Do you work out every day or what?
I try to work out every day. Right now, it's 4 to 5 times a week.
That's great.
When I got done with that contract in Afghanistan, I decided to go to school. Um, I went to school. I got 2 degrees. One of them was in film and media with film editing emphasis, and the other one was a bachelor's in criminal justice.
Wow, wow.
So I bettered myself and just been keeping myself busy ever since.
And
Oh,
go ahead.
I I understand you're from Louisville,
I am from Louisville,
Kentucky,
yeah, Louisville, Kentucky. That's correct.
where I went to basic training.
Fort Knox.
Fort Knox. That's
Yeah,
right.
Fort Knox is where they keep the gold and whatnot. Um, but
Many moons ago.
many many moons ago. So you live in Texas, you say?
Right now, I'm in Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's a border town, about 40 minutes from El Paso.
Wow, wow. That's where they film also. That's where they filmed a lot of Breaking Bad, I think, in that area. Um,
It's true. I think it was Albuquerque.
okay, okay. So anyone who's just wanting to make, because I know some of the viewers are watching. Some are drug addicts, some are addicted to drugs, some are alcoholics. What what word of advice would you give to anyone trying to quit? Because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people watching, they're still using, they're still drinking, and they're and quitting and be. For some of people, it'd be even myself at the time, it'd been easier to gone to the moon and back than quit drinking. But what would you
Right.
say?
Well, I can speak on what I know as far as my experience, and that's if any of you guys or if anyone you know that might be chasing the dragon, it's possible to quit, but you have to go to extremes because opiates control your life like none other. That's what a lot of people don't understand. So, in order to get away from it, um, in order to get off it, you've got to go to extremes because that's it's not just a drug that you use and that's it. Um, it grabs you and it doesn't let go.
Yeah, it grabs you like a monster and
So
never lets go. That's what I tell my kids.
there's one question that's controversial that I just wanted to give my opinion on real quick, if that's okay.
Sure, no, sure.
And that's the question is addiction a disease? I don't believe addiction is a disease. You can quit doing coke, you can quit chasing the dragon, you cannot quit cancer, you cannot quit type 1 myotonic muscular dystrophy, which is what my wife has.
Okay.
So in my opinion, kind of a cop out. So I,
Well,
I
well, the
can't
thing, I
I
guess,
can't in good sense.
I think why they call it a disease is that if you don't quit, it will kill you.
Sure.
So that's, I hear doctors say it's a disease. I hear, it is, it is an allergy, but it doesn't matter. We just both know that if you don't stop, bad things are going to happen. If you didn't stop, you wouldn't be around to take care of your wife.
Right.
That
Right.
that. But man, it's so great speaking with you. I know we've been communicating a few times online here, and anyone out there want to call and kind of comment on what Armando says and his beliefs and his journey, give me a call, 502-273-5676, 502-273-5676. Well, brother, I appreciate your time and then your wife. Now, do you drink alcohol or anything still, or?
Nope. I won't. Nope. And it's tempting to do it because it's so easy. It's so readily available. But I just I just think about the hangover, and that's enough to put me that's enough to put me off.
Yeah, and if yeah, and it just I was having to hair the dog, for years, every day. Alma Corona Limley says, get away from all your surroundings. And Gina says, what are your triggers for alcoholics? We can find friends to make it easier to stay sober. My setup where I can only see four comments at a time and then they disappear. Could there be a hereditary component to this? Alma wants to know. Anyone in your family had addiction issues?
Yes, my grandfather he drank himself to death at around the age of 40, and my father passed away at around 52 from an overdose of heroin. So it's kind of like
It's genetic,
I'm
so
next
you
in
don't think
line.
it's a disease, but you do see the genetics in there.
There is a factor, a genetic factor in there, definitely.
Okay, okay. Well, all right. Well, so Natalie Jansen says she supports you. Everyone supports your brother. Glad you're here. Glad you're sober. And
Thank you for having
and
me on.
and Yona, what's your wife's name?
My wife's name is Melissa.
Melissa. Tell Melissa I said hey, and I'd love to have you back on. And I'm sure there's things you'll think about that we didn't touch on that we may touch on next time. And I didn't set up many guests tonight, so if anyone wants to call in, please. Armando was my only guest besides the other guy who just texted me earlier before the show and said he could not talk tonight. He has something going on. So, all right, Armando, I appreciate you. I will talk with you soon.
All right, keep fighting the good fight,
You
Tom.
you too, buddy. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
So that was Armando. If there's anyone that would like to talk, or we could just make this a really short show. It's addictive behavior. Let's see. Darjack Hansen says it's addictive behavior. Um, so Dirk. Dirk, you were commenting earlier. Let me check and see. No, you did not. If you want to send me your email, Dirk, or call me 502-273 uh, 5676, that would be great. Here's this Nicholas Coker says, "Hey man, I've been watching you since I was in middle school. I'm 25 now and I have two daughters. I started drinking and sneaking booze when I was like 13 or 14. I drink every night and I can do 75% of a bottle of rum or whiskey a night and drink beer after beer till I black out. I'm always away. I always wake up and feel like shit, and I'm always super depressed. I seen your show, and I seen that there are people like me. I just need some advice or motivation to quit, man. I'm not happy with myself or my life. Been there, dude. So it's my wife and my wife and kids are still in my life, but I don't want to mess that up because I get blackout drunk and don't remember the night before, and I always do something stupid. I don't get abusive. I just get out of control and I leave and I go driving or something stupid like that. I want help, but I don't want to be admitted or anything because I'm the only one that works and I have to take care of my family. So any feedback would be nice, especially from you, man. Like I said, I've been a fan for a long time. From the prank calls to the latest stuff that you put out. I'm excited to see what the show podcast turns into, and if it saves life and what life it saves. That's from Nicholas. Nicholas, wow. Hey, Carl. So let me grab this, but I want to talk. I want to read this and talk about this. Hello, it's Tom. Sober Talk. Hey, who's this?
Flying on your live. Starjack, this is Daryl.
Daryl.
Daryl,
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. I caught your live there and I thought I'd comment on there and
Yeah,
said
thank
give you a
you.
call. So here I am.
So tell me about your journey.
Well, it all started back in the late 80s. I had quit drinking. I got in a fight and I pretty much almost killed the guy. And I knew my
Jeez.
temper when I drank, my temper's bad. And so it's like, well, I can fix this myself, try to do something about it before I end up in jail or go to jail. So I went and sought treatment. I went in for my own treatment, and then I got out, and I started going to a lot of meetings. And my drug of choice is alcohol, and
Yeah, same here. Uh huh.
just just staying away from it, doing the right thing, going to meetings and that. Then I had like about 22 years sober. Well, then I went through a divorce. Now and then I in my head, my twisted way of thinking, and I had stepped away from all the meetings for a while. I felt I deserved to go and drink, so I did. I did that for I don't know 3 to 6 months, but it's like I just can't do this anymore.
So
So now I got 8 years
caught
in.
yourself. You caught yourself at least. Wow. Can you imagine if you went
Yep.
3 to 6 years, you've been dead.
Yeah, the way I was, because I was coming back with making up for lost time, and people might laugh at that and think it's not true. It's true. You do. I mean,
They say
I
it's a
just
very
came back.
progressive disease, very progressive, It's like while you're
Oh
stopping
yeah.
drinking, your addiction's out there doing push-ups in the driveway, and it's like, hey, we got. It's like I'm only gonna drink on the weekends. Well, guess what? I drink 2 cases of beer
Yep.
on the weekends to make up for the beer I didn't drink during the week.
Exactly, and that's exactly what it was too. I had 20 some years to make up for, and I was trying too, and it just finally, I had a couple minor scrapes with the law, and it's just like, you know, I don't need this. I don't need this liquid control in my life again. I mean, my life was better without it, and I knew it was, and it's like, no, I'm gonna throw it away again. I'm gonna get back on track and start getting to the meetings, and I just feel that that's really important. Meetings and sponsors, you need a sponsor, and
Yeah, that's
you got
what
to
I
have
need.
that support.
I had like a temporary sponsor, and that didn't work out. I gotta get another sponsor. So hey, I just got an email from a guy. We'll call him Nick. He said, "Hey man, I've been watching
Hmm.
you since I was in middle school. Blah blah blah. I started drinking and sneaking booze at age 13 or 14. I drink every night, and I can do about 75% of a bottle of rum or whiskey. I drink beer after beer till
Wow.
I black out. I wake up and I feel like
Oh,
shit. I'm always super depressed. I seen your show, and I seen there are people like me. I just need some advice or motivation to quit, man. I'm not happy with myself or my life. My wife and kids are still here in my life, but I don't want to mess that up because I get blackout drunk and I don't remember the night before, and I always do something stupid. He says he doesn't get
yeah.
abusive, and he says he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be admitted or anything because I'm the only one that works, and I have to take care of my family. Now I say if you have insurance, if you go to your job and you go, hey, I'm an alcoholic, I need to go somewhere for 7 days of detox, or I need to go somewhere for 21 days and get some help. They cannot fire you. Not if you tell them. I don't
No,
think if you go to them and go, hey, I'm an alcoholic. I got to get this under control. I think they, don't quote me on that, but
I think they're obligated to help him. You know, I mean, he's trying to better himself, and I would say 99% of the places would be backing him and wanting to help him.
I would
To
say
get
so
better in
too.
that.
I would let
So,
unless you're doing landscaping,
yeah.
you're freelance, and you got to leave. You got some houses, but yeah, Nicholas, I would. It's going to kill you. I mean, right now you could have a month of getting help, or you could have you're going to die. That's the problem. This guy is going to die eventually, and he's
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
yeah, and he's sound like he could be a young dude, and I just don't know what advice would you give someone like that. I wish he would call in. I really do.
Maybe he will yet. And it's always like they said too. And I've been around quite a few years. You can guess 20 some years and another 8. Um, you got to hit your low, and everybody's low is a different low. A personal low. When they finally hit that low, it's like I've got nothing. I got nobody left. You're at that point where you're looking up to God and saying, just do something for me. I need your help. And that's when a person knows, hey, I got to start reaching out and get some help. And that's
Yeah,
kind of where I was at, both
I
times.
pray. I remember praying. Everyone like it got so ridiculous, and it was like, dude, I like God, please help me. This I cannot
You know,
do this. And then I go tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm just not going to do it. Tomorrow I'm not going to do it. Guess what? Around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I start feeling a little better. All right, I tell you what, make this headache feel better is a beer, and uh,
yeah,
and it was just a vicious cycle. And
yep,
DA says it's all about willpower. Yes, having someone to talk to is great, but man, I think you need to, if you're drinking that much a night, you probably you should always just go to your doctor and say here's the deal, and I'm going
yeah,
and have them guide you through. You know,
yes,
but go to a Zoom AA meeting may be a good start. Uh,
yes, yes. I've done those. Yeah.
so,
So
well,
it,
anything you want to add or anything else? Where are you calling from? What part of the world are you from?
I'm in Wisconsin near Green Bay.
Okay, have we
Go
talked?
Packers.
Have we
Oh,
spoken before?
no, no, never. This is the first time.
Okay, and
I watch your videos
I had
all
a
the
heart.
time. So,
Oh, that was you. I was wondering who watched. That was you. Thanks. Uh, Nowadays, the algorithm is so bad, it probably is only you. What I couldn't understand your name earlier. What was your name earlier?
My name is Daryl. It's
Daryl.
called Darjack because my wife's name and my name, we combine them
Uh-huh.
for Daryl and Jackie. So it's Darjack. That's why we go by that.
I see.
So
I
my
see.
first name is Daryl. Yeah. So.
Well, cool, Daryl. Well, thanks for calling in. I'm getting some calls coming in here. But we'll talk to you down the
Sure.
road, brother.
Sounds good. You take care now.
All right, you too. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
So that's Daryl from Wisconsin. Let's see if we can call this guy back. And well, I'm really concerned about this Nicholas who emailed me. That's a tad scary, folks. A tad scary. I hate to see someone you know drink like that. And he's afraid to go get help. He's like he's a breadwinner, and everyone's depending on him. And he's like, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, well, you're gonna die, and you're going to you know you're not gonna be able to provide for your family that way. You're no good to them dead. So that's
Hello, this is Pat.
Hey, Pat, it's Tom Mabe from Sober Talk. Sorry I missed your call. How are you?
Oh my gosh, Tom, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
So, what part of the world you in?
Well, I'm in West Texas right now.
West Texas. Pat from West Texas. So, are you have you ever struggled with alcohol or drugs?
I have, Tom. I tell you, I'm 46 years old, and honestly, my first dealings with AA were with my father
Okay.
when I was back in the 80s when he had to sit in those AA meetings, and it was supposed to be productive for the child. But yes, of course, partied pretty hard in high school and college. Always successful, great grades. Got married to a beautiful woman, and the college party never stopped.
Yeah.
3 beautiful children, and for some reason, the alcohol, I just could not get rid of it. So my ex-wife got rid of me, and I traveled around there with my work, and I really got bad, and I came back out west, ended up in El Paso, and ultimately, if you've seen the movie, I'm sure you have, Leaving Las Vegas. That's
Yes.
what I thought my life was doing.
Wow. Wow.
My kids were in West Texas. Like I said, I've been back and forth to the Midwest with work, and I just came back to West Texas to spend whatever time I had with them.
So did you, besides your wife? So that happens. So you get drunk and you're drinking, and then your wife leaves you, and then have you ever tried to how long have you been sober now?
I've been sober since September or August 13th, 2017.
Okay, so you're kind of a newbie. I'm 66 days, so but I tell you, I've never felt better physically. The stairs aren't hurting me. I'm not waking up with a hangover. I'm not, screaming. I'm not saying bad things to people I love. So that's have you have you spoken with your wife? Has she seen the new
Yeah,
Pat?
absolutely. And just recently, I moved from El Paso to their town where they're at. My kids are and their stepfather, and yes, we have a good co-parenting situation.
Okay, good
And
co-parent.
she
Okay,
she couldn't be happier for me right now.
that's great.
Because it was a huge struggle. I ended up I've had the intervention thing done to me with my family. I've been to treatment.
How did you take the? How did because there's someone I want to do an intervention to, but how did you take the intervention? Would you go down and kicking and screaming, or how'd that go?
Well, I walked in from a business trip. We were living near Kansas City at the time, and I saw some familiar faces that shouldn't be around my dining room table when I walked inside. And my cousin, he's a big old boy. They brought him for in case I fought it.
Wow.
But I had people flying. My sister flew in from California. My father-in-law at the time flew in from Texas. My uncle and
God, I
cousin.
love your freaking family. Good for them. Damn, that's great.
It was great, Tom. And my kids weren't there, and they wrapped me up, and or didn't wrap me up, but took me to treatment, and that was my first time. I was there for 28 days,
Where did you go to
and
treatment? In Texas? Or
no, it was the first time was in northeastern Kansas.
okay. How was
Um,
treatment? How did you like it? How did you like it?
well, being to six of them,
You been
um,
okay, okay.
I have been to six, and when I was at that first one, Tom, I was hearing these stories of people saying, "Well, this is my sixth time in,"
Yeah, I've heard that
and
from
I'm
people.
like, "No way, no way, no way!" And that's how I ended up. But to go through that, of course, I heard you mention detox earlier. I detox pretty hard, and just alcohol, but I was in the same room with some guys coming down from heroin, and
Yeah.
it that's enough to scare you right there.
No, I
Um,
bet. I bet. That's
you know,
something.
my wife had set it up with my employer, so I had the time off,
What do you
and
what do you what do you do if you don't mind me asking? What do you do?
I'm a construction manager,
Okay, okay.
and I was in the industrial side of things there at the
Well,
time, and working in the Midwest.
it sounds like a lot of people love you, dude, and it sounds like at the time your boss was cool with it, and they were. I've heard
You know
that
what?
story twice. Bosses came in and said, "Yeah, you need to get you have to."
Well, this guy gave me three chances, and this isn't some piddly little contractor working out of the back of his pickup. This is a nationwide company, and he gave me three chances, and I screwed up every one of them. And I don't want to take all of your time, but I ended up after my sixth treatment was my cheapest one. It was a free county provided treatment in El Paso. A friend of mine took me there because I asked her to. And I was there for 6 days in a total hallucinogenic state.
And this is
And
from
I
this
was,
is from alcohol.
yes, yes. I was so close. They discharged me on day six to the hospital because they thought I was going to die. And um, the alcohol withdrawal is just horrible. Provided if you're on the right medication, which I finally found out, there's a great combo, or my doctors did. But my doctor there at that emergency room told me I had a 50-50 chance, and right then and there, I knew I was going to quit drinking. And
Wow. See, I want to be
I,
one and done. I want to be, I'm working the program, working the steps. I'm doing the AA Zoom meetings, and I don't want to go back, and that's why I'm doing a sober talk. I'm hell with all you guys. This is all about me. No, it's not. It's a no. But step 12 says it's a service. And recovery,
absolutely.
unity, and everything. And it really, really helps me do. I don't. I quit so many times, Pat. I've quit, and this time I'm doing it differently. I mean, I'm going. I got 4 million followers on my other platforms. I don't share this to everything because if we ever do get out of this pandemic thing and I got to go back to work, I don't want to be people be afraid to hire me or something. But
Right.
there's a certain stigmatism, there's a certain, the she. I was out the other night and with our realtor and went and had dinner with her and her daughter and her boyfriend meeting us out. And she had a picture of some kind of margaritas or something. And she, oh, here, take this. And Sandy, my realtor's like, shh, no, 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 no. And I'm like, Sandy, it's okay. I just don't drink. My check liver light came on. I'm okay. It's all right. But people are, I'm not getting invited to cookouts and stuff in the past. I know it's only been 66 days, but summer's winding up here, and but once I quit anything, I'm pretty much good with it, and
Sure.
but staying quit is the hard part for me, and boy, I really hope knock on wood, we got some, you know, uh, wow. Hey, real quick, Jesse Westerman, I am so sorry, brother. Jesse's he's a founder follower for the show. He's a founder member of a fan, and and he loves animals, and he's had a bunch of kittens he's taking care of, and the kittens keep on dying on him, and
Also,
with the loss of the job and all the loss, it just seems easier to cave and forget it all. Just don't find the strength again. Hold on here. Jesse, don't do this. He says, sorry I haven't been here like I was. All the loss has made me unlike myself. Just hope to find the right path soon. With my job and all the loss, it just seems easier to cave and forget it all. Don't drink, Jesse. Jesse, want to give me a call? You can, but don't drink. Don't cave. Oh, Keith Campbell, 137 days here. Congratulations. And Pat, one more time, how long have you been sober since 2017?
August 13th, 2017.
Yeah, okay. You know what? And I'm starting to remember things a little better now. And yeah, I know you said that earlier, and I'm very impressed with myself that I remember you said 2000. And that's
Uh,
something. But go
I,
ahead.
I got a I got a kicker for the story, and this is I hope makes a lot of people think about things. I had a successful career, beautiful wife, three wonderful children who I'm close to now. On June 6th of what's 2020, 2019, June 6th, 2019, Tom, I was diagnosed with cancer after all of this fighting with the alcohol.
Oh, geez, what
Yeah.
what kind?
Well, it was prostate cancer, and or still is prostate cancer. Unfortunately, it's metastasized to the bone, so I'm stage 4. Um, Not once during my the initial diagnosis or the time, the ups and downs of the emotions, since I've been diagnosed, have I ever thought about drinking. And it was the second worst conversation of my life when I had to tell my kids I had
Oh, God.
had cancer. The first serious, the worst conversation I've had was when their mother and I told them that we were getting a divorce. So um,
And you're
I
40.
keep it
You're
honest.
46, Pat.
I'm 46 years old. Yes.
So where are you in the cancer journey? Stage 4. What does that mean?
Well, it's basically throughout my body, my spine, pelvis. Um, Initially, I went in for a shoulder pain. My entire left shoulder was chewed up. I've been through a couple dozen radiation treatments, and I would be taking my last round of chemo of 10 rounds this Friday, but I had a little accident at the target range last Sunday and shot myself in the leg by accident. So, uh,
Dude.
with infection in mind, I have to wait another week for my chemo. You know, I move a little slow with the medicine they have me on. My memory has went to mush. I was unable to do my um, job anymore. I've been off work since January 10th. Um, Perfect time for the COVID.
Yeah.
But you know, and I know alcohol is tough. It was tough on me. I lost a lot of friends. Fortunately, I kept all my family. Um, it's tough, but it's something that can be beaten. And this is from a guy who's trying to beat stage 4 cancer. And my doctor is amazed at how well I'm doing. And I'm very happy about that. God has given me chance after chance after chance at life.
And you're
And
trying to shoot yourself at the range. Wow, dude.
yeah, how about that?
What
How
kind of
about
what kind of gun do you have? Were you firing at the
that?
range?
That I didn't shoot myself. It was a full ricochet back with a 9 millimeter
9 millimeter. You know what? You
shot.
know what I've been carrying a lot, and I don't mean to get all gun. I'm liking a little good pocket, a 38. I like the little 38 for a pocket gun. I like the 9 millimeters too. They're just a tad heavy for me. Uh,
I have a little 380 for a pocket gun.
yeah,
My
yeah, they're
it's in the
nice and
fall.
they're nice and comfy. And dude, I hope you you know are here for your children, you know, a lot longer and whatnot. And I will pray for you. I'll send positive thoughts your way. I'm a God fearing man, but anyone out there you want to send Pat prayers his way or positive thoughts or hug a tree for him or you know Captain Tom Cruise or whatever you do, keep Pat in your mind and your thoughts. And dude, that's tough. And
And
you probably wish you had those years back that you were drinking.
oh, I did, and I, when I did a big group hug with my kids, we were all crying when I told them I had cancer, and I prayed with them, and I said, God, just please give me the years back that I lost, and let me walk this little girl down the aisle. And so I'm on the right path, Tom. And
How old is your little girl?
she just turned 11.
Yeah, my daughter told me I was drunk on the couch. She came down. She said, "Dad, I want you to be able to walk me down the aisle." And she said, you're not gonna live drinking this way." And I was broken. I was just mentally broken, and a lot of stuff in my life, and you know, I was getting, I get good therapy, and but, wow.
Yeah,
So
I
man,
want to one more word of encouragement.
sure.
And you said I was kind of a newbie. I've been to hundreds of AA meetings.
Oh, a newbie. Oh, okay. Oh, because right, your
Oh, with
dad.
you.
Well, no, newbie to the show, but newbie.
Well,
But you went to all those AA meetings with your dad and sat there with him.
well, I did, but as an adult, since that first intervention, I've been to hundreds of AA meetings,
Did you
and
like your?
since
Did
this
you find a
last,
good meeting? Did you find a good meeting you liked?
yeah, I did traveling around different cities. I found a handful of them, but I found that they didn't work for me. And I tried and tried and tried. None of it was court ordered, but I tried. And I live by some of the principles of AA. I sure
Okay.
do.
Okay.
But I'm not a regular meeting goer, and it wasn't until 4 weeks ago that I had went to my first one since I have been completely sober for since 2017. And I live by myself, kind of isolated, having a rough day. They have a meeting in town here, so I chose to go. There's other addictions besides alcohol, and there can be cross addictions. And um, AA may not work for all people, but I just ask everyone that's struggling to have an open mind. And if it's the counseling, the therapy that needs to happen, there's no shame in that game. There's no shame in
Mm-mm.
taking
Mm-mm.
in taking meds to back off your anxiety. There is no shame in that.
Yeah,
It's a
and
medicine.
just like this Nicholas who emailed me. He's one. I don't know if you heard. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. He may need some. Well, guys, don't. What do you think when someone drinks 75% of a bottle a night and chase it with beer and they black out every night? I mean, I think everyone should go see your doctor or a doctor. Go to the damn emergency room. They can't turn you away. Hell, they may send you somewhere. Just sometimes I just don't think it's meant to be done on your own, And like you said, don't be ashamed about going to the hospital. Don't be ashamed about telling your boss. Pat, you said you had
As,
three chances. You went 6 times. In this last AA, again my ADD kicked in, but this last AA, did you went the other day? Did you like it?
yes, I did. Yes, I did. I just happened to be having a rough day, and I knew they were having it, and I was like, the kids are in school, and I don't want to burden them with my somewhat personal adult issues.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I caught that meeting, and everybody was very welcoming, and I've been back a couple times since.
No, that's
Um,
great. That's great. I found one that I like. I went. I'm doing this Zoom meeting, and I've missed it the past because I've had some kids stuff I had to do. It's like a 7 a.m. thing, and I found in my 66 days here. What's working for me, Pat, is structure. And cleaning up like work ethic and doing things like today. I mean, I'm like, I came into the office. I'm like, I had a Zoom meeting with a client type thing, and I had a kid thing, and I had a meeting at my office. Then I went home and I said, you know what? I'm going home doing laundry. There's so much laundry, piled up, and I
sure.
loved doing things. 'Cause, when I used to drink, I was just, I was lazy. I didn't. I've done more work for my business this past 66 days than I had in the past, 2 years probably. I've done. I was a functioning alcoholic. I would, I'll get. It was hard to get motivated to go film anything. I film a lot of pranks and such. I have a few beers. Oh, let's go film. And
Yeah.
um, again, I'm searching to be happy. Um, I'm trying to be happy without alcohol. That's a different thing. I would self medicate, uh, and 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 then I was trying to deal with the problems, and then the drinking became a bigger problem than the problems I was trying to deal with, and I was trying to get happy.
Tom, I slept after my divorce. I was sleeping with a bottle of whiskey, a fifth of whiskey next to me every single night, new bottle.
I was sleeping with a stripper named Charity, and I'm teasing.
I wish.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
But
just teasing.
what a reckless time of life.
Well, man, Pat,
Um,
I got just like 5 minutes here, and I got like four
yes,
people I was
sir.
supposed to get online here, and I'm not going to get to them all, but I want to try to get to one more here, and I will,
Sure.
man, I do want to talk with you again. Would you call in or email me? It's tom@tommabe.com, tom at
Yes, sir.
tommabe.com. And guys, if you feel like let's see here from Carl, my buddy Carl. Tom, once I finally got over beating the crap out of myself for all the time that I wasted drinking and not being with my family, I realized that I had and needed to experience what I did in order to get where I am today. Vertical. Know where I am and don't regret that I did not drink the night before. So Carl is a founding member of founding fan follower, whatever we call it. Yeah, we all kind of started at the same time. We had like six of us, and a lot of people don't watch until after it's live because they don't want people to see him live. But Carl's not one of them. He's always here. So Pat, please. Oh, and Bev says just because we fall sometimes doesn't mean we can't get up and start again. Yeah, was it
That's
who was
right.
it? Oh God, who's the guy? The minister guy. I love him. He says, or a a oh, I wrote it down. It was so beautiful. Not a wise man has fallen 7 times, and a wise man has gotten up 7 times. But it wasn't wise. It was from the Bible, and I forget what it was. Geez, what was it? So all right, Pat. Be thinking about you and keeping my prayers, and hope to talk with you soon.
Tom, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, brother. We'll see you down the road. Bye bye.
Yes, sir. Bye bye.
So let's see if we can call this number here, guys. That was Pat. What a great. This is the great thing. This helps me so much to hear these stories, and to it's like our own little community. We got stuff going on, and I don't know if this is a number I'm supposed to be calling because I can't read my own handwriting. So someone's going to get a call from a radio show or a Facebook Live show about drinking who may not have a drinking problem at all. Hey, man, hold sober talk. Jeez.
Hello?
Hey, it's Tom Mabe. How are you?
Hey, Tom.
What's happening? Who's this?
This is Dustin.
Dustin, how you doing, brother?
I'm hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit.
Like a hair and a biscuit. Boy, come to my house. I got 5 dogs, Dustin. There's a hair in everything. Hair and a biscuit,
Hey,
hair and
what's
a
up?
peanut butter. It's everywhere. So help me here. David Gossman, Dustin is 35 days sober today. Happy Gossman. We're it's all. And Jesse says true, just so hard when everything I cared about passes and the start to last. I'm sorry. So anywho, Jesse, hang in there. I know you went off the wagon and you're drinking, but you'll get back on, dude. And just it's progress, not perfection. So, and one more time, this is Justin or Dustin.
Dustin.
Dustin, and have we spoken before, Dustin?
Nah, I've seen your I mean, I've been following you for a while on Facebook. I like your videos and stuff, and I seen you started doing this, and I was like, oh, that's the coolest thing.
Or do you have a history of drinking or alcohol use or drug use?
Man, I've done just about all there is to do, but I mean, I got a story to tell.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, I grew up in Kentucky. I was born in Kentucky.
That's where I'm
I was
at.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm over here in Paducah, a little left of it, out here in a little place called the Center. But I went from when I was like 13 years old. I moved down to Tampa, and I spent most of my adolescence there, and ended up, drinking, partying, doing the whole Florida thing, and then pills were my thing, man. I was really bad into pills, pain pills. And I moved up here to get kind of clean and sober, come back to family.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that you can change your place, but you can't change. You got to change yourself. So
I ended up going to a faith-based recovery center after I've been in and out of jail around 10 times, but I never went to a rehab before, so I went to this rehab, and it was a faith-based rehab, and they introduced me to the gospel and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, it was awesome. Yeah, I was like, because I used to be the type of guy to tell you 10 different ways how God doesn't exist. I've seen some pretty crazy stuff. I was like, okay, he exists.
Yeah, I think they say you'll never see an atheist. You'll never meet an atheist in a foxhole, and
That's right.
Yeah, and I think when you're doing all those pills and you're trying to move from Kentucky to Tampa and you're still doing them, and not even a change of scenery doesn't help you change. It really yeah. So what? How long have you been sober?
I'm actually not. I'm actually. I've changed one thing for another.
That's okay. Well, tell us about that.
Yeah. That's what the talking's all about. Like, I'm not doing my pills. I've been clean and sober. I mean, off the pain pills for going on like 7 years now.
Oh no, yeah, that's a good one to get off of. What's your?
Yeah.
You know what? And by the way, I do want to say this, and this is people want to send me money and stuff. No. We're not there yet. I'm just we're not doing a subscription based thing or anything. But if you want to, if a lot of my, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, someone beeped and I thought it was a lot of. We have people. I own a company called the Hemp Wellness Farm, and people come in, they buy CBD oil, and I've seen a lot of people get off the pain meds and drinking and smoking by using CBD oil. So if any
yeah, that's what I was gonna get into, man. It's like you trade one thing for another. I was on the pills, and now I'm not on the pills anymore. And when I went through the rehab, I exchanged. You take out one thing, you got to replace it with another.
And what did you replace it with?
It was the gospel. I was going to church. I was doing meetings.
Well,
I was
that's
doing
okay.
This,
That's a healthy. So you traded pain pills for the gospel. Is that the addiction you're referring to?
No, yeah, kind of in a sense, but that was what I was getting at. When you take something away from the equation, you kind of got to fill that with something. So a lot of people say, "Oh, I'll just quit and I'll just do this and I'll do that." But what are you gonna do? Just sit there? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna play Monopoly by yourself every night?
But what did you? I'm confused. What did you replace with the pills? What drug are you or alcohol?
Oh yeah, no, it was the gospel and everything. Like I was going to church. Like,
well, that's not bad. Okay, so but that's good though, right? I think that's really good.
No, that's amazing. I wish we could go back, but I just had I just had my first child, and the whole COVID scare. Like her family's got the COVID. Everybody's got the dang COVID, so it's like,
Yeah.
All my little meetings and groups and stuff. It's either you do it online or you got to put in the work, but it's just not the same.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm not doing the pills or anything like that, but I do enjoy me a little beer every now and again.
So Natalie Jansen, one of our regulars, says, my birthday is Saturday, and I plan on having a few beers with good friends. But I told them my present to myself is quit drinking. So Natalie, is this going to be your last? Maybe Natalie needs some gospel. Well, man, it's so great, Dustin, to talk with you. I gotta get one more call. I gotta call my buddy Carl in here real quick. Then I gotta get home. This has been
Tom. Love you, buddy.
Love you, brother.
I hope I get back on the show again.
No, you will. If anyone wants to email me and kind of get on the calendar, I will call you. You can email me the day of, tom@tommabe.com. I'm gonna put it in the comments here, tom@tommabe.com.
We need some more Toms in the world.
Yeah, well, this is helping me, brother. Well, let me. I will talk with you soon. I hope with talk with you. I want to hear more of your story. All right.
All right, buddy. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Thanks. See you, brother.
See you.
That was Dustin, who's come here from. He has gone here. I cannot connect call. What's going on, Carl? I'm trying to call you. Let's see here. Here's a missed call. Man, I don't know what's going on. Now, Carl's going to try to call me, and I'm not going to be able to pick up because I'm talking to someone else. Problem registering with the call server. Okay, well, something's up. Hello, it's Tom. Hello? Let me write this daggone number down. I'm just going to call this person back. It's error occurred. Okay, so let me just call Carl. 0. Call Carl. I got Carl on my phone. That's how special he is.
just a sec. Calling Carl.
Calling Carl. I got a British accent. I'm because I want to learn a different language. And sometimes when you want to learn a different language, you put it on your phone. So now I don't know how to speak different.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, buddy, what's happening?
Hey, man, it is good to see you vertical and sounds like you know where you are. And
Yeah.
man, it's,
And do me, all you gotta do is text me and go, Tom, call me, and I will squeeze you in. Don't worry ever about trying to get in. But yeah, boy, you heard a lot of good stories tonight, didn't you?
oh yeah, man, this has been great. I came in late, and I could never determine. I accidentally called you twice, but I can never determine. I think I'm running about a minute behind you, so.
Yeah, it's a good minute or two. So you if you I think the best thing you got my cell. Just text me and I'll put you in queue. Okay, hold on. This Diana keeps on trying to call. Diana, husband is trying to quit drinking, but it just keeps happening. Hold on, Diana, are you the 217? Carl, I may have to grab her. You mind if I grab her real quick?
All right, good deal, Tom.
All right, call you back next. All right, so we're going to get Diana's number here. She keeps on trying to call, and she's a newbie. We love Carl. We talk to him. Always talk to Carl. He's always here. This is 2 1 4 5 4 3 5 9. Okay. So here we go. We're going to try to call her. She sounds like she needs some sober talk, or her husband or someone needs some sober talk. So we're going to call Diana. Try to throw. Let's see. I hope this works. My phone's acting up. Oh, it's coming out of one speaker. That's interesting.
Hey, is this Tom?
Yes, is this Diana?
No, that's my wife, actually.
Okay.
First off, I wanted to say that I'm a huge fan of yours.
All right, thank you. And what's your name?
My name's Tommy.
Tommy. Okay, Tommy.
And the police sketch thing was absolutely amazing.
Oh man, I appreciate the kind words, but let's talk about you. What you want to quit drinking? Is that the deal?
Yeah, I've got cirrhosis of the liver, and
you're
I'm
still
not
drinking.
Sure I'll stop. Yeah, I am. It's the only way that I don't feel sick.
Have you been to any kind of a treatment center or a detox facility?
Well, I've been to like 20 different hospitals. And it's like no one can give me any help.
Have they kept you? Is any place kept you, Tommy?
Yeah, the last place I was in, because, I travel around a lot. They kept me for 48 hours, and a psychiatrist came in and was like, well, there's obviously nothing wrong with you, so they released me.
No, let me ask you this. Do you have health insurance?
I've got Medicare.
Okay. You need to find a treatment center that takes Medicare. And Tommy, you're going to die. You if you keep on drinking like Diana says you are in the post here. She says I keep trying to call, but it keeps going to call forwarding. But my husband is trying to quit drinking, but life just keeps happening. Do you have a hard life, or it doesn't matter what your life is? You got cirrhosis of the liver. That's you're going to die if you don't. You can't live without a liver. So you need to find out. Have Diana get online, Google what town you're in, and find out what rehab. You need to check yourself in to a facility for 21 days or 30 days. 48 hours is not going to do it, brother. You got to go, and don't be ashamed about it. If you had stomach flu, you go to the doctor. If he said, hey, you got infected, when he keep you for 15 days, you would stay. You have got to stop drinking, and you cannot do it on your own. Very few can. Something you especially, but you're to the point to where you need to go somewhere now, like tonight. Have y'all looked at places, facilities that accept Medicare?
No, I gotta tell you honestly, I'm kind of scared.
No, they'll give you medicine to calm you down. You will not miss the drinking. You will not miss the drinking. And you'll figure out why you drink. There's some kind of trauma or abandonment or something in your life that makes you feel the only way you can live life is to drink. But you are going to die. And, you know.
Yeah, that's
So, but what
what
are you
I'm
afraid of? Tell me what you're afraid of.
dealing with all the things that have happened to me.
Well, I think right out of the bat, they're going to keep you pretty much just out of it. They're going to, from what I've read and what I've seen and what I've heard, they're just going to sedate you. Coming off alcohol is very dangerous, especially if you're drinking like you are to get cirrhosis of the liver. So you need to. They're going to bring you down. They're going to taper you off, and they're going to use some kind of whatever medicine they give. I don't. I'm not a doctor, but I would tell you, you need a doctor. You need to go to a rehab facility, or I would go to a detox first. Go to a 7-day detox. What part of the world do you live in?
We're in Kentucky right now.
Okay, I'm in Kentucky. What part of Kentucky are you in?
What part of Kentucky were we in? We were in Owensboro,
Yeah,
but now
see, dude, you need to. Can I talk to Diana?
yeah, absolutely. By the way, I really appreciate this.
No, no worries, no worries.
Hello?
Hey, Diana, it's just Tom Mabe. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Well, I'm doing better than Carl or Tommy. Eventually, not Carl. I was talking. Carl's doing right.
Yeah.
But your husband Tommy, look, he's gonna die. You have to get him to a detox facility where they could give him the medication he needs to get him off. He said he has cirrhosis of the liver. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true, and I agree with you 100%. And I've talked to him many, many times, and he knows how I feel about everything. I don't know what seems to, be the blocking for him, or the wall. I don't know.
He said he's scared. He's afraid he's going to miss the alcohol, but he's not. He's not going to go cold turkey. They are going to drug him up, give him benzos or whatever to calm him down. He's going to be. He's going to die. He's going to die before the election. I mean, he sounds like hell. You have
No,
to.
I listen to it too, and I keep telling you, you need to go to the hospital. But his whole thing is, he wants me to be there by his side. But because of the whole COVID thing, they won't allow visitors 24 hours. So.
Well, if he's in rehab or if he's in detox, they're not going to allow visitors anyway.
Right. So. I Tom blue in the face. I don't really know what to tell him anymore.
All right. I just want to talk with you and see where you are, because you need to pack two suitcases, and you need to give him his suitcase. Say, this is, you're going to detox or rehab, or this is my suitcase. If you don't, I'm leaving. And you got to give him an ultimatum, or he will die, and you're going to feel like shit if he dies and you didn't do everything you could do. So let me talk. Well, no, look, I'm not. This is called tough love. I'm just trying to, if you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, he says he's got Medicare. You live in St. Louis. Find a detox facility that takes Medicare, and put him somewhere for 7 days. Look at the reviews on Google, and just and take him in, and we'll be there waiting for him when he comes out. And when he gets out, if he's okay in 7 days, we'll get him involved in some meetings or therapy. I think he may benefit from going to some AA meetings. That's a lot of people do different things. A lot of people have therapy, religion, whatever. This show is not about any one solution or any one thing. We are not affiliated with anybody. But I've been sober for 66 days. Let me talk to Tommy again. Put him back on the phone.
Yeah, no problem. Here he is.
Thank you.
How did you quit?
How did I quit? Well, mine was my health. Mine was my health, and I had the help of a doctor. That's a whole nother show that I'm going to work up to. But I didn't have cirrhosis of liver. I was having cardiomyopathy. But I had all the issues that you had. My wife was going to leave me. I was going to die. I was going to lose my business. I was going to, everything that bad happened was going to happen. But I need you, to know that you need to go somewhere and you need to detox safely. A 7-day detox would be perfect for you. You need to call your doctor or find a doctor or go to your doctor tomorrow and go, hey, I need to get. And the whole COVID thing, they're not going to let your wife into rehab, and you can, you'll call her on Sundays or something, but they're not going to let her in to no one could come and see you, and even without the COVID, you go there, they're going to work on you for 7 days, and dude, you're going to live longer, and you're going to be the husband, that your wife needs to be, that Diana needs. But if you don't do something, buddy, you're going to die. There's nothing to be afraid of. What's going to be afraid of is not freaking doing anything, sitting on your ass, in St. Louis in your apartment or house or wherever you're at. That's what you got to do something, buddy. What can I do to make it easier on you? What can I say or do to do this? And what's Carl saying? Carl, Tommy, please get some real help, brother. Man, this is the you, Tommy. You're just going to be another statistic. There is real help available. Please, the world needs you. That's Carl saying this. This is my listeners listening to you right now. Dude, I love to follow your journey to sobriety because right now you're about ready to die. Cirrhosis of the liver, you need help tonight, tomorrow. What can I do? How can I help you out with this? Want me to help you find out some places in St. Louis that takes Medicare? You need some tough love. You want your wife to come in and find you dead?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate this.
So are you the 27 number? This is Tommy and Diana. I'll make a note here. Tommy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow and remind you of this call. How much do you drink, Tommy?
Too much.
How old are you?
37.
Shut up. You're only 37?
Yeah. Well, when my parents died and my first wife left, took the kids, and then I got my other kid taken away.
So you got a kid taken away, you got cirrhosis of the liver. Your next thing's going to be death. How many bad things are going? I mean, dude, you're going to be a great success story. You could be a motivational speaker. You could go out on a circuit and talk about your sobriety and about, you're freaking 37. I thought you were 70. I had no idea you were 37. You're young. You got a lot of life left in front of you. But if you have cirrhosis of the liver, have you been to detox before? Have you been to rehab before?
Yeah, I've been sober before. They put me in a coma.
But they put you were in. You'll go again. So you have been to rehab before, or just detox?
It was actually in a hospital, but they put me into a coma.
Well, you got to work on getting sober is just part of your battle. You gotta get mentally healthy. You've got to. Dude, you're gonna die. Yeah. And you're gonna lose Diana. Diana's gonna lose you. So you got Medicare. Find a detox facility that takes Medicare. They'll put you on benzos. You will never know. You will not miss the alcohol from people who call in. I'm just some dude. I can't give any medical advice except that you need medical advice. I'm some dude who is at day 66 and I'm trying not to drink tomorrow. So this is, do what?
How do you cope with it?
I go to AA meetings, and I do this, and I talk to people like you. I found a meeting I do a Zoom meeting. I don't really like going to meetings in person, but I go to Zoom meetings. And here's a Ridgeway, Bev Holland, Ridgeway Behavioral Health, 888. Hold on, Bev. I want to take a screenshot of this. This is in St. Louis. This is what our community does. Ridgeway Behavioral Health, 888-358-0714. 888-358-0714. This is in St. Louis. This is Ridgeway Behavioral Health. They take Medicare. I don't know if that is a treatment facility, and but we're going to call that number. All right, buddy. Yeah. I just turned 36. I'm tired of emergency rooms. That's Drew. Yeah. So
Really
go ahead, Tommy.
sorry.
Do what, sir?
I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for speaking with me. And it's honestly been an honor and a pleasure to speak with you because I'm a huge fan.
Well, back at you, brother. Let me talk to Diana one more time, please.
Hello?
So Carl says, Tommy, one of our listeners here, one of our members of our community says, Tommy, tomorrow you might wake up and feel okay for an hour, but then you'll be right back where you are right now. Please force yourself to help yourself. You have a chance, friend. Bev had given us it's a medical detox facility in St. Louis called Ridgeway Behavioral Health. And let me see. Can I give you this number?
Yeah, let me grab an ink pen really quick.
Sure. So let's see.
I need to help.
Okay, hold on, Bev. I took a screenshot of it. Now I can't find the damn thing. Hold on. That's not it. Let's say sort by date. Date added. Well, daggone it. Bev, post that again. I didn't take I'm an idiot. Ridgeway Behavioral Health. Bridgeway, St. Louis. Never. It's Bridgeway. What's the phone number? Anybody? I got a number. 888-358-0714. 888-358-0714. They're in St. Louis. And he needs help, but he needs you to help, and he needs you to pack two suitcases. I got braces, Diana. That's why I'm having a hard time talking.
You're tired for those days.
Yeah. Well, this is my Bridgeway. So I'm in St. Louis. I've never heard. Okay, let's see. Repost, please. So Bridgeway is big around here. So Bridgeway is a detox facility that Tommy can go to. He's gonna die. You don't want that. He needs to be checked in.
I would rather be without him for a week or two than for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. He said he's 36 years old?
37.
37? Wow.
Yeah.
Carl says, Tommy, if you don't commit yourself, then you will be forced to get help, die, or end up in jail. You will soon quit, one way or the other. Natalie Jansen is 888-358-0714. 888-358-0714. Our communities pulled together here and help pull you guys together. All right, look, email me or something tomorrow. The number you call, you can text me, and tell me what's going on. He's going to wake up tomorrow. I'm good. He's not good. He's going to die.
I know. I've talked him to him blue in the face. I just don't know what to say anymore.
Leave him. Freaking leave him. You're tired of the shit. Freaking leave him. Tell him that. Really leave. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I want to hear from both of y'all tomorrow. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. I got Carl. I'm gonna give you here. Carl, I got about 5 minutes, and then I gotta.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, I got like 5 minutes here. What do you think about that Tommy guy, man? He's only 37 years old, and he has cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah, I was like you. I thought he's maybe in his late 60s or something, but I presume we're on live right now.
Yeah, we're live. We're live. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that if he doesn't get help real soon, he is out of here. And I'm still processing this because this is reality, and I had written. I don't know if you read it. Tommy, if you don't commit yourself, then you'll be forced to get help.
No, I read it. I read it online. I read it
Uh,
on the show. Yeah, I read all your comments actually.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you will soon quit one way or the other. And good gracious, Tom, I hate to. The thing is, at least he reached out. The thing is, as you probably know, in the mornings it doesn't seem as bad. Possibly, for me, it seemed bad all the time when I finally quit. But
Oh no! Every night that I woke up and I've woken up and I said,
I'm
hey,
not gonna.
or before the night before, I prayed and I was asking God, please, freaking heal me from this. Help me, help me. I'm killing myself. I would make it. I barely make it up the stairs to get to the bed, and then I would lay there breathing and waiting for my heart to catch up with my. It's like a big tour bus with a daggone Briggs and Stratton 3.5 engine. Horsepower. I mean, it was like my heart couldn't carry. 6'4", 240 pounds. Extremely good-looking man. It's good.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa! That's where there goes that comedy. No, but no, and I would lay there and I was like, I would cry and my wife would go, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. And it just became a regular thing every other night. And I had to figure out what was wrong with me. I had to work with. I couldn't drink the problems away, and I would wake up
And,
the next day feeling like, oh, I feel good. Okay, okay. My engine's caught up. My heart's caught up. I can have something to drink now. And this is
yeah,
Tommy, but he's only 37. Jeez Louise.
yeah, I know it, and that's reason for Luke. What I was gonna say, and my wife, as a teacher, would get up back in the day. Man, this was awful. She would say, "I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want some? Do you want something?" Oh yes, please get me a. And now this was 6:30 in the morning, and it got so bad, Tom, that I said, "God, she's gone. Thank goodness. I can drink. I can get at least 16 ounces of beer, maybe 2 beers down before she gets back."
No, been there, yeah, been there, done that.
That's that's an awful way to live.
It's a
I mean,
god off. I'm so. It's like when you quit smoking and you're like, I'm so glad I don't have to have a cigarette right now.
it,
I'm
it,
so
it,
glad. Yeah, and it's like I'm not even craving it. I'm not even craving it, and that's where I'm at with alcohol right now. I'm not even craving it, especially after hearing Tommy's story. Uh, oh,
see, that's how you're doing the show. I mean, it's helping
yeah,
all
no,
of
that. Real quick,
us.
if Diana and Tommy, if you're listening, there's another number for the Bridgeway, 636-224-1000, 636-224-1000, and call tonight. Call freaking tonight.
Tonight. Yeah, it's and please, Tom and Tommy, if you're listening, or Diane, if you're listening, please understand the morning time is not the time to get help. Everything's fine. I'm gonna quit today. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
That's time to get it. Man, this guy has got cirrhosis of the liver. He is going to die soon.
Yeah.
And unless he is able to get help, and the odds of getting a donated liver to an alcoholic, that just is not feasible these days. It just doesn't happen anymore. Or sometimes it does if they believe they're really going to quit. But this just threw me for a loop when I heard him.
No, no, and I want to follow up with him too.
Yeah,
And
please. I mean, there's a lot of places uh, that have help, and I needed this reminder myself.
no.
I had cirrhosis, but I was on the verge of losing every single thing that was of any kind of importance to me, and I tell you what, my wife and 3 sons drove 2,000 miles with me to drop me off at a place because they knew that I was not the same person anymore that I had used to be. had then, and good gracious, and you're already experiencing it right now, Tom. There is a life outside of alcohol. The biggest problem is people. It's hard for an alcoholic to understand that you can really have a much greater life without alcohol. But it's fed in our face every day, and we think but the brain, once it begins to change and get back,
Here's
I'm
a
not going to.
Carl. Here's a this guy just said Eric Drake. Erica said he had a lady. I had a lady I was in treatment with who had cirrhosis so bad she looked pregnant. She used a walker and wore a diaper and still never admitted or thought she was an alcoholic. So
Yeah. And I feel so grateful tonight, and I hate to feel that way. I almost feel guilty uh, because I was able to somehow realize. No, I realized I was dying, and there's ways to die that when the alcohol eventually gets to the point that it does, Tom, man, it'll take you out of here. One way or the other, it's gonna take you out of here. And I don't, even if a person were to start back and have a day or two or a week, and they can get back on the trail of freedom. And that's what we're talking about. It's freedom. And alcohol steals that, and we don't even know that it's robbing us of life. I'm not, I sound like a dang preacher. But, Tom, this stuff is, alcohol. I read today, I don't know if you saw my post, but the NIH, National Institute of Health, was talking about how many people die from suicide. And a vast majority of people die, they have alcohol in them that have committed suicide.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
that's not even counted in the number of deaths from alcohol. Alcohol kills at least a fourth of the population in our country every year.
Yeah. Hey, brother.
And
Well, I'm going to. We've gone over half an hour. I'm glad I got to wrap up the show with you. And a lot of people are asking Carl that we Keith Campbell. Tom, can you let us know about Tommy tomorrow? Yeah, I want to call. I want to try to call Diana and Tommy back tomorrow and stuff. All right, Carl. I will talk to you tomorrow, brother.
have a great night, Tom. And please call Tom. Have a good night, Tom.
All right, you too. We'll see you. Bye. Guys, thanks for watching another episode of Sober Talk. It was a good one. Yes, it was, Ted Watson. Thank you for what you're doing, Tom. Darjack, Daryl. Sorry, we'll see you guys. Bye.